Hello, everyone. Oh, no, I'm very dark. Hold on, I can fix that. I didn't do my light levels before starting. Oops. Let's just boop, boop. That should fix it. There we go. There we go. Hi. Hi. How we doing today? How we doing? All right, I have to fix this part. I forgot about this part. Whoa. Oh, that's too much. Ah. Okay. I'm getting this, like, flickery bit, though. Huh. That's kind of new. Forgot that I have to adjust this after every single one. The exposure's up too high, that's why. That's why. Because now it's too dark again. Let me see if I can fix that without having to turn up the lights. Okay. Me trying to remember how this works. I don't remember how any of this works, but hi, hello, hi everybody. I'm glad you're feeling better. Good, good. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm a little envious of you. You seem to be relatively lucky when it comes to how things have gone. And I was not so lucky, but that might have also been surgery stuff as well. But at the same time, I also was still luckier than I could have been. I had Paxlovid as well, and that made everything way, way easier, so. As you can tell, I'm on the tail end of my food. Tonight we got to have Midwestern delicacy, Skyline Cincinnati chili. Yeah, this is surprisingly good. It's unfortunate how good it is. And if anyone explains it to you, I mean, you might be noticing that that is not rice or anything. That is indeed spaghetti. Cincinnati chili is served on a bed of spaghetti with a pile of cheddar cheese on top, which I did a bit of a variation on because I could only find sharp cheddar from Cabot. So it's like Vermont meets Cincinnati. But it is chili that is served on spaghetti. It's kind of like a sauce more than it is like a stew. So the chili you're probably picturing in your brain is not it. Hold on. Oops, I accidentally just changed the thing. Oh no, I didn't realize I pressed a button. My new microphone, I pressed a button and now I don't know what I did. There we go. It's got a bunch of different vocal modes and I accidentally changed it to the wrong one. Yeah. See, this feels like an attempt at Italianizing chili. I don't know where the cinnamon comes from though. That part I don't get. But okay. You know, okay. I forgot I need my notepad. All right, this one's Shadow at the Water's Edge, which is the last one we played. Who's ready to get back into some Nancy Drew? I am. I also have to say, I changed the description on the stream. Drew on the tiny bit of German knowledge that I know and Google Translate to say something about it. But I don't know if most of that is right. I will say I was a little thrown off because it did not want to translate castle the way I wanted it to, which we will get into a moment. about that once I start playing the game, which will be pretty much right now. We're just gonna jump into it. Let's go. Why not? Captive Curse. Woo. I'm really stoked, as you can tell, to be coming back officially to streaming this of all the Nancy Drew games. This one is the one that I get to start up with again. Ooh, very exciting. Oh, this one I actually have on Steam. Okay, fair enough.
Dare to play.
Nice. It does have to be done. I know. It's just like, did it have to be done right when I come back, or could it not have been like the next game, or like, can we have a good game first?
It's locked.
Not to, you know, betray my feelings about this game, but I don't like Captive Curse.
Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery-solving business. And be sure to check out my
Yeah, shush.
For centuries, a fearsome monster has been stalking Castle Finster. Legend has it that once it is on the prowl,
The 3 subscribes have begun.
new victim, a wealthy German investor.
Thank you, Elliot in Progress, for the resub.
Castle Finster to help him scare out the truth in this bizarre and terrifying case.
So, I wanted to preface this with a little bit of the game. Thank you, Ragnarok. Like, it's difficult because, like, it says subscribed, not resubscribed, right? But you guys are resubscribing. I know it's been 5 months, but so a little background about this game that I don't know this for sure, but it's also feels like one of those things that should be pretty obvious. This is like they wanted to do a mystery involving Frankenstein's monster without making it actually Frankenstein or having any actual reanimated dead thing or anything like that, right? And like the original Frankenstein story, where does that actually take place? I can't remember. Born in Naples, Genevan family, University of Ingolstadt in Germany, that's right. So yeah, that's the whole thing. And yeah, Bavarian. It's Bavarian. That's what I thought. I was gonna say. Don't quote me on it until I double check, but like, so yeah, it's very obvious they wanted to do like Frankenstein, right? And Frankenstein's monster, but like didn't want to deal with dead people, mad scientists, all that stuff. So I want you to watch what happens next with that in mind. And like, yeah, just watch. You can tell it's old because it's in black and white. So that's the intro. And now we're going to get to what's happening in the present day. Okay, so with this quick moment of what we got here. So actually, wait, do I have this in the right thing? Woo! Oh, I crashed it. Oh no. I crashed it. Anyway.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. This is my
And of course it didn't save, so we're gonna just... Can I skip this? Well, okay, while we watch it again, because apparently I can't skip this. So yeah, like, this is the exposition that we get. That there's a monster, and it steals girls, or something. That's basically it. And if that doesn't feel satisfying in any way, you're not alone. I didn't want to imply bodies, but my brain went assault. I know, right? Like, we can excuse the kidnapping, but I draw the line at reanimating dead bodies. It's like, you can excuse the kidnapping? Like, hold on. Yeah, it's, here we go, we get to do it again. Such a good scream, too, God. I just, it's just not good. It's not, it sets itself up to not be good. Okay.
Hello? Hello? Open up, please.
No, thank you. We already have one.
What?
What?
This is Nancy Drew. Please let me in.
This is Lucas. Please let me out.
What?
What? That's what you sound like when you say that. What?
Can I talk to someone else about coming in?
No. But if you can find the match, maybe I'll let you in.
All right.
Okay. Right off the bat, we have to do some weird puzzle stuff. Yep. Yep. This is what we're in for. I did try to warn you all that this is not going to be a terribly good game. Tell me this one and this one are not the matches. Tell me they aren't.
I got it.
Nailed it in one, baby.
Okay, I solved it.
Nice job. Now for part 2 of your test.
Lucas!
You passed. Good job. Gotta go.
Nancy, sorry about Lucas. I'll have a little talk with him later. Come meet me in my study on the 2nd floor.
And there we go. Welcome to whatever this place is. Ah, Bergfinster. Now, you'll note, this is where I get to have a little tiny nerd moment. You'll note that it is Bergfinster and not Schlossfinster, both of which mean castle, fun fact. Now, most people know Schloss as the word castle. For instance, like, I really... I'm forgetting this. How to pronounce this all of a sudden. It's great. Oh, that's not helpful. Neuschwanstein, though. Schloss Neuschwanstein. You know, the fantasy castle that everybody sees from Germany that was partially finished by King Ludwig II, the Mad King, who built a shitload of castles. But that is Schloss Neuschwanstein. The difference, apparently, between a Schloss and a Burg is fortifications. A Schloss is a fortified military kind of focused castle, and therefore, or at least historically, it was. We're talking before King Ludwig II. And Berg, Die Bergen, they were meant to be what's the word? They were meant to be more like communal living quarters that were clustered in a large space. So this is not a fortified castle, not a military installation. This is a living situation, where it's like the Lord and his town all live in one giant place. But by the 19th century, you know, Schloss had just become like the default if you wanted an impressive sounding place. That's why Neuschwanstein, even though it doesn't actually really have fortifications, because by the 1800s, you know, fortified walls weren't as useful as they were in like the 1600s, right? Yeah, that's why there's a difference. So when I wrote the little description for the stream and was saying like Willkommen in Bergfinster, I was trying to like I plugged it into Google Translate just to type out the other part because I didn't really fucking deal with that. I mean, I could probably figure it out if I actually spent the time, but I didn't want to. So when I plugged in the whole thing and said like "Welcome to Castle Finster," it actually went "Willkommen im Schloss Finster," and I could not get it to change the word Schloss to Berg, especially because Schloss is a masculine noun, der Schloss, and Berg is a feminine noun, die Berg, die Berg. And Berg, yeah. I don't think there's technically an umlaut over it. It's not umlaut. So Berg, die Berg. So yeah, that was fun. And because it said Willkommen im Schloss Finster, I was a little confused because usually we would just use in, right? And why it was putting the im instead of in is because in German, if you have in der, in dem Schloss, for instance, to say like something is in the castle, in dem Schloss, you contract in and dem together to make im. But there is no contraction for in and die. It would just be in die Berg. Actually, it would be in der Berg, because German conjugation is fun. That's what I'm trying to get to. Because you conjugate the fucking articles. It's great. You know, you think you can't make any more variations of the word the, but they managed to find a bunch. There's like 16. It's great. And yeah, Burgermeister Meisterburger. It's meant to be like the master of the Berg. Hence Burgermeister. But yeah, anyway, German lesson over. Welcome to the place. What?
Nancy, it's Ned.
Hi, Ned. Sorry, the reception is a little bad.
Oh, they've got a little heart too.
When are you getting in? I've got
And Ned's on the bottom.
getaway plan for the two of us. Took a lot of work to put together, but it's gonna be worth it.
Well, there's been a hang-up. Sorry.
Of course there has. Does this mean I have to cancel our plans again?
Yes, but I promise I'll hurry home as soon as possible.
No reception.
I'm sorry I can't be more available, but I'm in the middle of something pretty important here.
So what? I'll just hang out at home being bored? Nancy Drew, International Sleuth, gets to go out adventuring, while Ned stays at home. Again.
He gets to be a bratty sub this game.
If you're not having fun, then go out and have fun.
You know what? Forget that I even said anything. I can see that I'm not that important to you. So forget it.
Fine.
Fine.
Ned really does need friends that aren't Nancy.
Great.
Womp womp. Nancy, do you see how worried I am about this situation? None. I like how we walk up all those stairs just to walk down the stairs. This is not an office.
This must be the room that Carl set up for me.
This is also not the office. Burgermeister. See?
You must be Nancy, yes?
That's right. I'm here to help you take care of the monster sightings.
Shh, shh. There is certainly no monster, Fraulein, and there have been no monster sightings. Everything
Have a good time with that gaslight?
There's no need for alarm. We have a huge monster problem here, literally and also figuratively. The monster is huge, and it is also a huge problem. I need your help.
Why are you doing that?
Doing what?
Talking so loudly. Who is listening in?
I am the Burgermeister, Nancy. If I appear to be scared, how will everyone feel? The last thing
Who is seeing you?
picking up on how bad things are.
The castle has its own newspaper?
Of course. Doesn't yours?
I don't really live in a castle.
How do you protect yourself from peasant uprisings?
It's never really been an issue. Can you tell me a little bit about this monster?
What? You want details? It's a monster. It is monstrous. Get rid of it, please. And thank you.
Peasant uprisings? What are you, a fucking monarchist?
I like your lederhosen.
Yes, get it out of your system now, Fraulein.
What do you mean?
No one likes lederhosen. Look at these. All of these straps and hooks and what have you. It's like I can't be trusted to keep my shirt on. Do you know how long it takes me to put these on in the morning? 9 minutes. And it's not like they look good. I look like a sad old Pinocchio.
Then why do you wear them?
It's part of Marcus's Bavarianization of the castle. He wants to give tourists a more authentic experience when they come here.
It sounds like you're not a fan of that idea.
I grew up here. I know authentic. If he wanted authentic, he should have come to me instead of stuffing the castle full of idiotic tourists. No offense to you and your fanny pack wearing, loud talking country people.
Oh,
It sounds like you don't like tourists.
We have no business having tourists here. It isn't right.
you just touched on a point that's very close to home right now. So, I have, unfortunately, reinstalled TikTok on my phone. Therefore, I'm now enmeshed in whatever is going on TikTok, or at least certain parts of TikTok, I guess. And the parts that I seem to be seeing a lot of recently, because I feel like there's always a new thing from these people. And it's not usually the original things themselves, it's the responses to this, but responses to Europeans America bashing, for lack of a better word. Just like talking shit about the United States, and to Canada to some reason. I don't know why Canada's suddenly being targeted in this. Like, the whole thing with Canadians traveling abroad for the longest time was, you know, Americans pretending to be Canadians so that you don't get harassed as an American, right? But now apparently we're going against the Canadians now, even though they're generally fine. Whatever. So yeah, the whole like fanny pack wearing, loudmouth, etc. Yeah, so the latest thing is that Europeans on the whole, and when I say Europeans too, I also want to clarify that it generally means white Western Europeans, Western and Northern Europeans, with a large majority of those being people from the UK, mostly English, complaining that Americans aren't well traveled, quote unquote, because we haven't been to a lot of countries like they have. And the kind of skewering back that I've been seeing is kind of delightful and delicious, because it's like people pointing out that these Europeans that are saying this are calling themselves well-traveled when they really haven't left Western Europe. Like, they go to Spain maybe like once every couple of years and call themselves well-traveled. They go to Sweden and call themselves well-traveled. their whole thing is like, well, when you go there, you experience a different language, a different culture, different architecture, different cuisine, all this stuff. And then there's a bunch of people from the United States pointing out that we do that when we go across state borders. Like, yeah, you're not going to sit here and tell me that going to, California is going to be a similar experience to going to Massachusetts. Like, really? Are you really going to try and tell me that? Like, no, it's not. And on the whole, when Americans do travel outside of the United States, we actually have a tendency not to just travel to Europe or Western Europe even. So, when it comes to like top number of tourists in, I think some of the ones I saw today were like Ghana, Americans, Japan, Americans, like far and away. Even adding all of the European countries together still do not block out the Americans at that point. Like, Europeans went ahead and conquered the whole fucking world so they could just travel within Europe and never use spices. I can't tell you how many other videos I've seen. There's like this one series of these two British guys wandering around the United States and just trying food. Especially most of where they seem to be going right now is like southern states. So they were doing Cajun, I remember a couple months ago. They did a bunch of videos showing that they were trying Cajun food. And it was kind of weird because they were like, we're trying the American equivalent of fish and chips, and it was fried shrimp. And I was kind of like, that's not close to the American equivalent of fish and chips. Because I think the American equivalent of fish and chips would just be fish and chips. Like, trust me, the apple didn't fall that far from the tree. Y'all birthed us. But it was fried shrimp, right? Fried popcorn shrimp or whatever with something else. I don't know. But they were like going bonkers over the fact that the batter was spiced. And they were just like, oh my God, I can't believe we didn't think of this. And it's like, again, you conquered half the fucking world for spices and you don't use them. The one I saw today was Southern comfort food. Sides specifically, they tried mac and cheese, and then they tried, I think, coleslaw. And they were just like blown away by the coleslaw. The mac and cheese, they were like complaining it was too cheesy, which they were like, it's less mac and cheese and more cheese and mac. Like, the mac is kind of barely showing up to the party. And I'm like, I mean, you don't eat mac and cheese for the pasta, because pasta doesn't really have much to give you. Like, it's mostly texture and sustenance. The cheese is what makes it interesting. Kind of like with any other pasta dish. It is what you put on the pasta that actually matters when it comes to the flavor. Because pasta itself doesn't have a lot to work with. So, I don't know why we're complaining about the fact that cheese has flavor, but here we are. But then they tried the coleslaw and they were like blown away. And they're like, so used to having cabbage that doesn't have any flavor to it. And I'm just like, man, it's so depressing over there. It's gotta be so depressing. Right, yeah. No, I mean, definitely. I was talking with a friend of mine just the other day about how when I was younger, when I was in high school, I really wanted to do like a cross-country trip. I now don't, for multiple reasons. Not only is it not particularly safe, nor would I feel safe doing so. And I mean cross-country trip in the car, like taking a van or something all the way across the country in the north on the going out west, and then coming down and then going out east that way, right? And trying to hit like major cities and cool sites along the way, which is a great idea. I definitely didn't have the time, definitely didn't have the money, didn't have the anything, and I'm glad I didn't. But there is still a small part of me that kind of wants to do like Amtrak does cross-country train trips, right? Like you can even do just on 2 trains. You can catch a train from here in Boston to go out to Chicago, and then you catch a train from Chicago out to California, to LA. And I think that'd be really cool. I still kind of want to do it. And it's expensive. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. I mean, I will say I was looking at getting a private room, not having a seat, because if you really wanted to cut corners and not spend a lot of money, you could buy a seat on the train out there, but that's like several days that you're sleeping in a chair, and I don't really want that. I would want a berth. So I think I saw quotes that started at like 1,600 for one person in a roomette, which is a tiny room, but like, you know, if it was just one person, the roomette would probably be fine. If I was traveling with another person, I would probably go with the room itself, which is a little more expensive. But when you split it between two people, since each room, both the rooms and the roomettes, they have two bunks, two beds that fold down. So you can split it with someone else. You do have to pay a certain amount of money for a second person. Like, you can't just pay for the cabin. Part of that is, I think, because they have a transit fee, and then they also have, I mean, when you stay in a room or roomette, you are in first class and you get first class meals and service. So that does mean that they have service for two people and you get meals for two people. So I don't know, like, at some point it might be fun to do, but it is not cheap, you know, and it requires plenty of time off. And I would have to plan it. Like, part of me thinks it would be cool to do the train trip out and the train trip back, but that's pretty expensive because just a one-way trip in a room is like $2,300, I think. You know, and so doubling that to go back is a lot. It would be cheaper to fly at that point. So I don't know. Maybe. Back to the game.
Earlier, you hid some things when I came in. Were they dolls?
Fräulein, these are not dolls.
Okay, what are those items?
These are injection molded, professionally crafted, physical, tactical, multi-directional place-holding avatars.
Action figures.
Oh, right.
Therefore, a fully immersive, strategic, map-inclusive campaign tabletop set I've built.
Okay, I know those words, but that is the extent of what I took away from that.
I know those words.
You Americans call it a game.
Oh, yes, we would call it that.
But that is because in the rest of the world, games are not taken seriously. Here, we take games very seriously. Very seriously. That is why German board games are the best in the world.
Are they, though? Are they?
I don't think that's true.
I don't know what is worse, doubting me or doubting German board games. Both of these things are a problem in my opinion. Just so you know, many of the most popular games throughout the world actually were created in Germany. And now I'm working on creating a new game. When it is done, it's going to turn the strategy world on its ear, which, now that I think about it, as an expression, does not make a great deal of sense.
Don't worry, you've got plenty of expressions that don't make sense.
Why would it be on its ear? This is preposterous.
No, the other thing. Why is this game so important?
You'll have to see. Tell me you'll play. It's not perfect yet, but it's pretty great so far. At least that is what I think. But you should be sure to tell me what you think. Don't be shy. I can always use constructive criticism.
So he is now making the claim that the majority of popular games were actually created in Germany. And knowing when some of those popular games were created, what was the government in Germany doing at that time? Is that really something you want to be bragging about right now? Just saying. I don't know. I don't know that that's a flex you want. I don't know that you really want to talk about that time. You really want to open that can of worms? Also, let's just play this fucking game.
Sure, I'd love to.
It's called Raid. The
I
game
hate
is
Raid.
very simple. It's just about using the best strategy and, of course, finding the coolest looking character.
I hate Raid.
I'll play blue if you play the other two colors.
Oh, excellent.
I hate Raid. Okay, here we go. I hate Raid. All right. Fight you. I'm on a red, so I should use someone who's got a high red score. Luckily, I remember how to play this game because this game is not...
I won!
Yeah. So that's how this game works, basically. You roll and move. And you get to use your characters here to fight against things. Who just moved? It was black, right? All right, so I don't remember what black means. Oh, I'm sorry, it landed on red. All right, so we're gonna use Golden Hunter. Ah! In green now, I've got a 12, a 6, and a 2, so I'm defending. We're gonna use that. Aha! Suck it. All right, here we go. I hate this game so much. Purple. What does purple mean? Hold on. Steal a card from any player has 2 more cards. Okay. That one. You've activated my trap card. I know, right? That's where we are. Orange. I got 13. Ah! Red again. Aha! There is a place to read all of these cards, so we can look at those later. Don't worry. Because they are bonkers. I'm gonna fight this one. And we're on green. I don't really have great. Boo. Orange. 13. I have 15. I'm gonna just go ahead and use one of these guys. So I got 3. Oh no, I lost. Boo. Means I have to go back, I think. Or no. They go forward? I know nothing. Purple again, so I'm gonna steal a card. Steal that one. Oh, another one of the top hat guys. Orange, you glad you found me? Ha 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 ha. I win.
All right, I win!
No, I don't even have to play this time. You guys are gonna play against each other. Have fun. BRB, I'm just gonna keep winning. Let's fight you. And finally pick on someone else. Oh, Magic the Gathering. Oh boy. This is one of those games that everyone around me knows and talks about, and I have no idea what any of it means. I don't really play. I've never played fighting card games. I have to admit that. Like, I even had Pokemon cards as a kid, and I never used them. Ooh, I don't have good cards for this. I won anyway. We're on green again. That's not fun. I mean, I don't mind turn-based card games and board games. Those are fine. It's turn-based video games, and it's turn-based combat is my problem. Turn-based combat bothers me. Because it's boring to me. I don't know. It gets boring. Let's fight you again. And we're on red. I have 12. That's pretty good. Yeah, well, 12 is it. So.
You're very good at this.
Well, shit. I mean, no. So the reason I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 yet is because I know that it is going to be a large undertaking, and I kind of have one large undertaking kind of game that I'm working on right now anyway, and that's Forbidden West, which I need to get back into because I've been neglecting that in favor of Nightingale a lot recently. And then on top of that, I've got Destiny 2 that's, you know, playing too many games, and Sea of Thieves. I'm playing too many games, so I don't want to add like another one is my thing that I worry about. But I definitely do want to play BG3, and will enjoy it when I get there. I got green. What does green mean? What? Oh. I have to return a card. But someone who's not great, or I have a lot of. Yeah. And then we play green. So yeah, no, I definitely will get around to actually playing Baldur's Gate, I promise. It's just, I'm slow getting there because it's a big undertaking. The turn-based combat in Baldur's Gate 3 is trying to explain what I don't like about turn-based combat most, because it's not the turn-based part of it. I mean, I definitely prefer to go in and like slam buttons in order to hack and slash my way through things, but the turn-based combat in Baldur's Gate 3 is a lot closer to the combat in Dragon Age Origins, I would say, in which it's rather strategic. Not like Dragon Age Origins was more live strategy. Like you could pause and then redirect redirect your characters, but it wasn't like you didn't have a what's the word I'm looking for? An initiative order, right? Which is what you have in BG3 because it's based off Dungeons and Dragons systems. So the kind of turn-based combat that I don't like is like the Final Fantasy Pokemon kind, where you have like a character or multiple characters that you have some kind of sequence to go in, but they're all just standing there. Like you aren't positioning them differently. It's just what moves do you make? That's the only thing that you can do, is what moves do they make. There's no like move your character physically away so that they aren't in range of that attack. That's not possible. You just have to hope that your scores are high enough. Like that's the thing. It removes that level of agency that I really don't like, right? I don't remember what kind of Final Fantasy that was. Okay, yeah, like Final Fantasy IV here is an example. even Final Fantasy X. Jeez. It's just like when you've got the row of characters and they all have a turn and the visuals don't matter. It's literally just a numbers game at that point. Like you can't, like I said, you cannot move your character away. You can't reposition them on the field. It's just, it is what it is. I don't like that part. That took way too long for me to explain. I apologize. Oh, you're not fighting me again. All right. Still in the lead. Still gonna win. I have more cards than you need. Oh, good. Another one that I already have. Not giving me much diversity in the deck here. I would say that even with kind of the slightly more real-time or physical space strategy games that have turn-based elements or anything like that, command elements, I still prefer like the over-the-shoulder hack and slash RPG style. Which is why, even though Dragon Age Origins is the superior game in almost every possible way, I actually kind of like the combat of Dragon Age 2. Dragon Age Inquisition made it perfect, which is why I like that one kind of the best. I'm not gonna lie. I think I like Dragon Age Inquisition the best. Which is a bit of a hot take, I know, but still. Oh, I lost. Still not making me go back anywhere. I think it's if I lose when I'm attacking, I go back. But if I win when I'm attacking, I go forward. Ah! Black spaces mean you go back to the last black space. White spaces mean you go up to the next white space. So I'm now, unfortunately, no longer in the lead. Fucking shit. I hope you land on black and die. Keep landing on greens, which are like the worst thing for me right now. Ah! I was winning. Nice. Get fucked. Continue to get fucked. Red. Not have good numbers on this. Yeah. That didn't go well. Okay, come on. Okay, I get past that one and in between the two black ones, so we're cool on that front. I'm doing green. I don't like green. Green is not my favorite color right now. I have basically 6, 9, and 1. So here's hoping pick the right thing. Hey, it's a tie. Ties are fine. In this case, no one moves anywhere. We just stay put. I'm okay with this. Orange. All right, I can do stuff with orange at least because I got a bunch of these 15s in here. So eat this. 15 is the highest number you can get, I believe. Ah, you thought you could win. Fuck off. No, I'm going to win. Please don't give me a 1. Yes! Oh, but I think you need exact to get into the castle, don't you? Ah, I see. I have to win the challenge and then I win the game. And it's red, which I have the golden man, which I think is the highest one, so go for it. Damn it! So I don't think I go anywhere. I don't get to win, I don't get to continue, do not go past go, etc. Orange. Again. Eat my shit. You lose. Go back. Get fucked. Why? I bother because I just need to do another red challenge. Yeah. Okay. Oh, see, this guy doesn't have the orange man. Damn it. So I actually now have to go back. Ooh. Blue? Haven't done blue yet. A while. Oh, the highest blue I got, so. Oh, if you win, I'm gonna be mad.
Nice round. What did you think?
I didn't like it.
You did.
Too long.
Oh. You've done it again, Carl. Getting too excited. I need to work more. Take this and please try again.
Thanks.
Yeah, he gave me money and I dissed him, so
Who's
cool.
Lucas?
Lucas is the castle's other monster.
What do you mean?
He's the head of security's son, so he's always wandering around, meddling, talking, endlessly talking, chattering away about some inane thing. It never ends with that one. How could someone who knows so little talk so much? The talking is more annoying than all of the pranks.
Can you catch me up on what's been happening with these monster sightings?
All right, the mystery.
Same thing out. I've never seen people be this nervous. You've got to get to the bottom of this quickly.
What has happened with the monsters so far?
I don't know. I've heard all sorts of things. Magda saw him out in the woods last week. She was out gathering herbs after a rainstorm. She drops her basket, and when she looked back up, she saw him standing there. She was sure she was going to get it, but the monster just walked away.
Where is Magda? Can I talk to her?
You can try, but good luck with that. She's bolted her door and she hasn't come out since that night. Come to think of it, you should leave her alone.
I just wanna
she's a
ask
witness.
questions.
I know exactly
So-
what you want to do, and I'm telling you that you need to leave her.
So you're telling me to get to the bottom of it, but don't talk to someone who is actually a witness. Thank you. Take back. More calls.
What did you do to Ned?
Hi, Frank.
I'm serious. You better hope his brain is under warranty because you have broken it.
Oh no, is he really upset?
I've never seen him this upset before. Joe's working overtime to cheer him up. I don't know exactly what's going on, but you might want to give him a call. Ugh, this connection is awful. Give me a call when you've got a better line. Let me know what you're up to. Joe and I will keep an eye on Ned.
Okay.
I'll let you go. Bye.
Bye, Nancy.
How do I get a better line? I know, right? Seriously, why is it why is it on me to fix this? Just saying. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Marcus Bim.
Hi, this is Marcus. I'm out. My assistant can be reached at any hour of the day or night.
Um. Creepy old lady in the corner.
Nancy Drew, is it? I understand you and I have much in common.
I'm not so sure. I don't believe we've met officially.
Meet officially? What? With papers and a stamp? What is this? Meet officially? Silliness. I am Renate, officially, and you are Nancy, officially. Is that official enough for you? Should I invite a third party to witness the exchange, maybe?
No, that's all right. What did you mean when you said we have a lot in common?
Perhaps I'm wrong about that. You are here for the monster, yes?
Yes.
This is not a wise thing to do, especially not for you.
What do you mean?
Let me tell you what I know. You're here for the monster. Now I tell you something you don't know. This monster? He's here for you.
What makes you so sure of that?
I'm a storyteller, Nancy. I deal in fate and tragedy. And when a young girl suddenly finds herself called to a monster's lair, it is always the first breath of a tragedy. I should know. Leave while you still can, Nancy.
She's doing the hooked finger thing.
Do that.
Can you not straighten your finger?
You're part of this story now.
How well do you know Carl?
Him? I know him as well as anyone can, I guess.
What do you mean?
The way he locks himself up in the castle. He never leaves. He's hiding from the world. Why do you think he's doing that?
I don't know.
Me either. What are the chances that the reason is a happy one?
Probably not great.
Right.
Still really don't know what the monster is doing. That's such a big problem, but you know.
Favorite places to visit?
The places with the best food. The people in the north are dull as mud through dirty spectacles, but they make a knockwurst and apple fritter that will take up residence in your soul. Oh, and in the Black Forest they make cakes, these chocolate cakes with cherries and cream. Oh, what I would give for one right now. There is nothing like having a full belly and taking a nap near a
Schwarzwald Kirschtorten is amazing, I will say.
It is. Sweet food is my one true weakness in this world.
Same girl, same.
Old teeth. It makes me fall fast asleep. But those are small prices to pay. Oh, all this talk has made me hungry.
Have you heard much about this monster?
But also love to have a cake.
Let me tell you a story a friend
I'm
told
right
me.
there with you,
She
Renata.
stayed here with her family a long time ago when she was a young girl. Back then, the woods outside the castle walls were a very dangerous place, especially for a little girl. That's why her father told her she was never go into the woods alone.
And then she did.
Little girl? She had a small red scarf that came all the way from India. It had a parade of gold-stitched elephants, all walking in a line. She was very proud of it, and how far it had traveled just to belong to her. One day, when she was playing in the field, a gust of wind carried the scarf deep into the woods. When the girl's older sister saw her walk into the forest, she tried to stop her, but it was too late. She couldn't catch up. 2 girls went out into the woods. One came back.
What happened?
There were monsters in the woods that night.
That sounds like sexual assault.
Does it matter what kind? That girl never came home, never saw her family, her friends ever again. Who cares what name, what kind of monster it was? That means nothing.
I mean, if it was a human monster, we can probably prosecute them, you know, maybe put them in jail and make sure that that doesn't happen again. Maybe just soon. Thoughts?
The story about the girls. Who is this friend who told it to you?
You wouldn't know her.
I'm just curious. Is she your age? Is she from here?
Why won't it matter to you? Leave it alone.
Why are you here?
All these people who want me to figure out the thing, but they don't want me to know anything.
Why are you here now?
I do not know yet. If our time together is a comedy, then I was brought here by coincidence. If our time is a tragedy, then it must be fate.
But as Shakespeare wrote, it could also just be a history. Fun fact, 3 different types of
What
plays.
did you mean when you said I was part of the story now?
You'll figure it out.
Ah, she did the hook hand again.
Just trying to scare me.
And if I am, is that such a bad thing? You have good reason to be afraid.
Afraid of what?
That sounds like a threat.
If you don't know by now, look around. Think. It is a dangerous time to not know who you are and who other people think you might be.
This literally doesn't make any fucking sense.
See you later.
Like, we are not talking in a sensible way. Any possible way here. Okay, anyway. Okay, we're gonna do this moment. Malevolent monster may manufacture a mob mentality. 6 M's. Monstrous terror has again descended on our fair castle, leaving many to wonder if the fabled monster has in fact returned. No, I don't think so, says Karl Vescher. Castle Burgermeister, every now and then these stories come bubbling back up. Most times it's nothing. Veschler's voice may sound confident, but his eyes betray a certain worried expression whenever the monster comes up in conversation. Taking all precautions, ready for everything. Upcoming festival should be a time of fun, not fear. Annual festival, Drab affair. The year of the accident. Okay. The accident. There we go. And the festival in question is die Ungeheuerlichkeit. Die Ungeheuerlichkeit Nacht Festival. Which I don't remember what Ungeheuerlichkeit is. But Nacht is night. Celebrating another year with no return of the legendarily terrifying monster. It's literally a celebration that the monster didn't come back, but the monster's here, so... Do you believe the monster is real? 89% yes, 8% no, 3% undecided. That's great. Okay. That was... You know...
It's locked.
It's locked. Ooh, gift shop.
Guten Abend, Frau. Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Sprechen Sie... Oh, do I speak German? No, sorry.
No. I am the one to apologize. Karl, the Burgermeister, is supposed to tell me a little bit about each guest, like the language you speak and where you're from. This way I can have everything prepared for your stay. But again, he has not done this correctly. I'm Anya, the Castellan. I'm in charge of guest services. I'm here to help you with anything you need during your stay.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nancy Drew.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Miss Drew. You sure picked an interesting week to visit. You must have a strong heart.
What do you mean?
What, you don't know? Then it's nothing.
It must be something, or you wouldn't have said anything.
The castle's worked up in a panic right now, so I have to warn you that your visit here may not be the world-class experience we aim to provide. But I will do my best to make sure that your visit is a happy and safe time for you.
Why is everyone a little spooked right now?
Oh, it's... Well,
Nothing.
I suppose you'll find out about it anyway. I might as well be the one to fill you in. Mind you, don't get upset. Are you the easily frightened type?
No.
Good. You'd tell me if you were. There's nothing wrong with being
I am actually quite the easily frightened type, but I can tell you right now that this game is not one of those games that makes me scared, so...
How do you say this? There's a monster situation potentially taking shape.
A monster situation?
Well, that's the buzz around the castle. You need background. This castle, has a history. Legend around here says that a monster lives in these woods. Once in a great while, he returns seeking a victim. People think
a victim.
the time is now.
What makes everyone think the monster is coming here now?
As long as I've been here, people always pointed out signs of his return. Cows would go missing, flocks of sheep would disappear, claw marks would appear on the trees. Everyone would say, "Oh, the monster will be here soon!" But when he doesn't come, everyone calms down and forgets about the legend until strange things start happening again.
Are strange things happening now?
Yeah, but different this time.
So I want to remind you again that this is supposed to be a knockoff of Frankenstein's monster, but we're not talking about where the monster came from, how the monster came to be, how the monster is several hundred years old at this point. Yeah, we're not talking about that. So,
How so?
again,
The signs
Frankenstein's
are saying
monster.
that everyone is reacting differently. It's spooky. I heard once that before a tsunami, all of the animals will run to a higher ground. They just know. That is what it is like this time. We all just know.
What do you think of Renata?
I love her stories. Sometimes when she comes, the two of us stay up until the sun comes up, just chattering away about this and that. You ask me, her reputation is completely undeserved.
What reputation?
It's difficult to explain exactly. A lot of people say that wherever she goes, bad fortune follows.
I'm not falling asleep. It's fine.
Not really. But she does always have peculiar timing. Come to think of it, whenever the castle gets to talking about the monster, she's not far behind.
Whoa.
Really? Do you think she has something to do with the monster sightings?
I'd be surprised. But then again, no, never mind. It's nothing.
It's nothing.
What?
Okay. I shouldn't be telling you this.
Oh, we're getting hit with the exposition bomb.
And again, everyone was all worked up about the monster, and she told the stories that scared everyone who listened half to death. So later that night, when everyone was locked in their houses with the windows shut tight, I caught her snooping around the castle.
What was she doing?
That's just the thing. I couldn't figure it out. She didn't come back for a long time after that. Actually, that was the last we heard of the monster for a while, too.
What can
Okay.
I don't know, Nancy. A lot of the older people here say they've seen it, but none of them will say what it looks like.
Why not?
Not sure. Maybe they didn't see it. Maybe
Okay,
they
again.
did, and they don't want to remember. But
Mysterious monster.
I'll tell you about the strange
But we don't know what it
things
looks like.
going on.
Like what?
Look, I could get into a lot of trouble for telling you things like this. Can you promise me that you won't tell anyone that I am telling you this stuff?
And the reason this is the way it is because her interactive at this time, especially coming off of Shadow at the Water's Edge, was very much focused on trying to create scary mysteries for some reason, like spooky ones at least. Shadow at the Water's Edge was actually fucking scary, and then they made this, and it's just like it's like watching a direct-to-TV sequel of a horror movie, I think. I mean, I don't really know because I haven't actually done it, but like that's what I imagine it would be like. It's just such a low-quality effort that it isn't scary because it's not like there's no effort put into it at all. It's not even that they're trying to be I mean, I wouldn't even say it's not that they're trying to be genuine, because they are. It's more like they just don't understand what actually would be scary. And so we're kind of stuck instead with whatever this game is.
I promise.
Okay. For the last little while, there have been these weird howls from the woods. The sound, it's no animal I've ever heard of, and it is definitely not human. It sounds, I don't know, frustrated? At night, you can hear the thing. It's circling the castle, getting closer each time. It's terrible.
What's a castellan?
I'm in charge of the overall guest experience here.
And now for something totally different.
Who you may have met earlier is the Burgermeister, sort of like the mayor. Or, I mean, that's what he would really be if he actually did any work.
Sing.
That wasn't really appropriate. Long day.
So, how did you get such a cool job?
I get asked that all the time. It's really fun here and pretty competitive. I got my job by working my way up and managing smaller households and attractions in the area. Then one day there was an opening. I turned in my resume and crossed my fingers.
You've got some great stuff in here. Is any of it for sale?
Of course. This shop is very popular with tourists. Most everything is for sale. You'll find the prices listed.
Do you believe there's a monster on his way here?
What do you want me to say, Nancy? I can't answer anything like that at work.
Please, I won't tell
Spill
anyone
it.
what you say.
I do. It's stupid, I know. But there is something terrible out there. I can just feel it. We all can. It's taken everything I've got to stay here through this.
What do you think of Carl?
I think that
I'm recently single, right?
test my
Oh my
patience.
god.
So you two don't get along, I take it.
The fact that that man got elected makes me wish we were back in the days when you had to pull a sword out of a stone or a lake or something to assume power. He'd never be able to figure it out. Too many steps, what with the pulling and then the not dropping it, and then the remembering to tell people about what happened.
Do people around here trust Carl?
Apparently enough do. He's still got the job.
What do the people who live here think about the monster?
People have stopped talking about it. Those who can have skipped town. Those of us who really live here, let's just say you're not going to be finding many open doors on a night like tonight.
Would your doors normally be open? Isn't it like a little chilly out? Like,
This monster, does anyone know why it's supposed to be here?
Legend says he comes from the forest whenever the girl in the necklace walks the castle halls, and he will stop at nothing to steal her away into the woods.
Well, then what happens?
girl with a necklace.
But these girls, they are never seen again.
But why do they have the necklace? What is the necklace? What is its importance? These are critical plot points that we just never find us. I hate
I'd like to buy some
this.
souvenirs, but I'm low on
I
money.
hate this game so
Any
much.
idea how I could make more?
People are always dropping coins around the castle. Oh, and Carl has been offering to pay for people's help on that silly game of his.
So, like, this is a perfect example to me of a game where the puzzles and mechanics are perfectly fine or, like, even fun, but the actual, like, story is so lacking that it just ends up being painful. Like, ooh, hello.
I wonder what this says. Maybe the pictures will help me figure out how to crack this code.
Who's that by? Fauste. Good. And look, the monster. Arr. I know this. I know this. This is all German monsters, though. I know that author, though. Grimm's Baddies. Grimm's Fairy Tales. And, like, it's stuff like this. Like, there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff that we could get from German, like, German history, German mythology, not mythology, that's not the right word. We're getting a call now.
cell phone reception is notorious up there. Give me a call back on the landline in your room.
Ah, that's how I call people. Okay. Aha. Look at the little cutie thing. Look at this. Look at this. And I don't have to actually press the buttons. I'm happy about that.
Marcus here.
Hi, it's Nancy.
So, what's everything look like at the castle? Have you got everything under control?
So far,
Great. I'm on the way down. I'm about 4 hours away, but I'll try to be here if you need me. Thanks again for helping me out. It'd be great to have the whole thing tied up by the time I get in.
Oh, that's a deadline.
That's what I'm expecting. I'm bringing some foreign investors to the castle tomorrow. Big money, big time investors. I mean like stupid rich. Like, happy birthday, I got to the town in France you wanted rich. I want everything tied up with a neat bow. Signed, sealed, delivered stamps the whole 100 yards. You're like my personal stylist here. You gotta make me look good.
stylist, I'm here to get rid of the monster, right?
Nancy, business is built on metaphors, fast talking and self-aggrandizing anecdotes. Like the time the Prime Minister told me that my yacht was fantastic.
Right.
I knew you'd be a fast learner. That's my favorite type of learner. Favorite type of car, too. You prove yourself to me in this case. I see big things in your future.
Which Prime Minister?
I started out small like you. Now I've got 4 houses. 3 in Berlin and 1 somewhere. Told my realtor to surprise me. Really should track it down someday. Also, I own a castle, but you know that.
More like a gently fortified town. Less Schloss, more Berg. Remember that? Also, 3 in Berlin? Why the fuck do you need 3 in one city? Like, just pick one, dude. Like, even just pick other cities in Germany. Like, why don't you have 1 in Berlin and then like 1 in Munich and I don't know, Leipzig or something. Dresden. I don't know if those are decent cities to live in. I don't think Dresden is great. If I remember correctly, but I don't remember. But like, yeah, which Prime Minister though? Which Prime Minister? Is it the British Prime Minister? Because not the German one. No, that would be the Chancellor that you want to talk to, not the Prime Minister. Because the Chancellor is the leader of the government in German Parliament. Saying. Because then you have the President of Germany and then the Chancellor of Germany, and the Chancellor is the one who generally holds the majority of the power. There's no Prime Minister. Anyway, moving on.
What can you tell me about Anya?
Anya's Anya, always has been. I was surprised to find out she was working at the castle, but that's synchronicity for you.
Why were you surprised she was working here?
We used to date.
You and Anya? Really?
Yeah, it was years ago.
She didn't mention that.
Well, I'm not surprised. The breakup didn't exactly go well. Well, no breakup goes well, right? That'd be weird. Anya was pretty upset and she ended up acting a little strange.
Strange how?
It's not really... It wouldn't be very gentlemanlike to get into what went on. Let's just say she is the reason that I make sure my shoes are tied before I break up.
Wait, what happened?
Sounds like this happens regularly.
Just being dramatic. It was rough. We got through it. When I find out she was working at the castle, it was weird at first, but stranger things have happened. Look, Anya and I have had our problems. But in business, skill comes first. She's very good at her job, and customers love her. That's good enough for me.
What do you think of Carl?
He's not my ideal manager, but he does an adequate job when he's not working on that game of his, that is.
You're the one who broke up with Anya?
Yes, I'd rather not get into the specifics, but I did end the relationship.
Have you tried Carl's game?
No. I do not play games, but if I did, I would not play them with Carl.
Yeah, I wish I hadn't, but
What do you know about
here we
Renata?
both are.
Nothing. Is that a person?
Yes, she's a traveling storyteller.
Oh, okay. I'll add that to the list of things that you seem to think that I need to know.
Remember how you told me to investigate this? Bitch. There's only 4 people in this whole goddamn castle, and she's one of the 4, so get with it.
Can you tell me a little bit about this monster?
No, other than it was a terrible timing, which is rude, by the way. I don't deal with these sort of things. I hire people to do it for me. I'm big picture, Nancy, like a dinosaur's yearbook. I don't do small print.
That doesn't make any sense. I hope you know that.
Why do you insist that everyone dress up?
The castle isn't a hotel, Nancy. I'm not renting out a room. I'm providing an experience. I want our guests to create memories that they'll never forget during their visit here.
Disney World.
Like seeing a monster?
Are you implying that I'm behind the monster sightings?
Well, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
It is so far out of the realm of possibility that it has crossed the sea of you are wrong and landed in the realm of ludicrous accusations. But I do admire your thoroughness. Good hustle.
Bye.
Call me when it's all finished.
I hate you. Oh, call Frank and deal with this relationship problem.
Hi, you get in touch with Ned yet?
Not yet.
Well, Joe's been keeping him company.
That's good. Ugh, relationships.
Tell me about it.
It's funny that I'm more comfortable tracking down some dangerous saboteur than I am having one of those relationship talks.
Same here. Occupational hazard, I guess. So what's going on in Germany?
I'm in a pretty spooky old castle, and the people here are being terrorized by a monster.
What's your take on the situation?
I'm not so sure. I've got a really strange feeling about this place.
Well, if you need anything, give me a call.
Will do. I could really use some money.
Try seeing if there is anything you can do for the people around the castle.
The people here seem to think that the same monster has been attacking the castle for years, maybe even centuries.
If you can get through the game single, never actually contact Ned.
Interesting. Well, nothing could live
I
that
don't think you can, actually.
handy scapegoat.
A scapegoat?
Well, growing up, every time Joe broke something, he'd blame me. I'd do the same to him. Maybe whenever someone does something really awful, they take advantage of this monster story to throw suspicion off of themselves.
This has not been one of my better days.
What's going on?
Well, Ned and I aren't getting along, and I'm in a damp castle that has monster problems, and the airline lost my luggage.
Oh, that's awful. That officially qualifies as a terrible day. Anything I can say to cheer you up?
I don't know. Maybe. Give it a shot.
I'm sure you'll solve the case.
That helps, I guess.
Your luggage is probably somewhere great, like Tahiti, enjoying a nice tropical vacation. With all the traveling you do, it deserves a break.
True.
Thanks.
Thanks for the effort.
No problem.
See you
It
later.
really is awful. Well, that sucked. Alright, let's talk to Ned. Alright, you little bratty bitch. Put the gag back on.
Hello, you've called Ned's telephone. Please leave a telephone message.
Alright, not talking to me.
It's the monster! He struck again! Quickly! Follow me to the courtyard!
Honey, maybe don't run. Oh.
What happened here?
It has gotten past the gate!
Oh no!
Now, you better leave!
No, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
That is not a smart move! I'm going to tell Marcus that whatever happens to you is no longer my responsibility!
I'd better find a way to put out that fire, and fast.
I like how he just ran and didn't fucking help. And also, it's like a potted plant that's on fire. Can I? There we go.
The monster did some major damage out here.
I mean, this is better, but like the plant was on fire is a little.
What a peculiar looking burr.
Anyway,
Find out where it's from. That could help me track the monster.
I mean, like windows smashed, door fucked up. That's more concerning than the potted plant was on fire. The potted plant. Just, I don't know. I don't know. This game, I don't know. It's just so... Whatever it is, I guess it is what it is. Oh, look. Little shit gibbon.
Hi. So, are you the one who tried to keep me out of the castle?
Probably. I've been known to do things like that. I'm Lucas.
I'm Nancy Drew.
Hello, Nancy Drew. A monster?
Voice acted by an adult human being. Hold on. Voice acted by Mariana DeFazio. Yeah, that sounds about right. And, like, don't get me wrong, there have been times where an older actor plays a younger character, and it's fine. Nancy is a perfect explanation of that. I mean, by the time that this came out, when did this come out? Captive Curse came out in 2011. Lonnie Manella was born when? 1950, so yeah, she was 61 years old. The voice actor for Nancy Drew is 61 years old. She's playing like an 18-year-old, right? And does a pretty decent job. I mean, she sounds like a very mature 18-year-old, but that's fine. I think that is actually what she was going for. If you actually listen to some of Lonnie Manella's like demo tapes, she can go younger. And that's the case with like female actors playing children, because that happens pretty frequently, especially in like animated kids shows. Like the voice of Ash Ketchum, you know, I can't remember her name, but she was Ash Ketchum for fucking like 2 decades or some crazy shit like that, longer, I think even. Oh, something happened with the audio? What do you mean? Hold on. Hello? I mean, I'm still streaming. I'm still getting audio on this end, I think. I guess I have to check whether... Oh, well, I guess if I have... Yeah, no, it's working for me. So maybe just refresh your stream. Because everything's working on my end. Microphone, input, everything. I don't know. So yeah, just I don't know. Whoever voiced this child just didn't do a very good job of voicing a child convincingly, because it really does sound kind of like an adult woman pretending to be a child instead of an actual child. Huh. So.
Okay, what's that?
Another game.
Best game ever. I just got it. It's really pretty awesome. Let's play a round. We'll play 2 rounds, and the win goes to the farmer with the most live cows remaining at the end. This time, I'll be the farmer, and you will be the monster. As a farmer, I'll place all of my cows on the board. Then you get to choose 3 cows to become secret monsters.
Secret.
Start the round. Choose a cow to kill in any pasture connected to one of your monsters.
Trying to remember how this works.
Once a cow is dead, you'll need to move any scared cows or monsters in adjoining pastures to a new location.
I need to move them?
Then I'll guess which of my cows is your hidden monster. Once I'm done,
You failed.
another kill. Be careful, because if
Right, Bart Simpson too. I forgot about that.
live monster, you'll have to skip your turn, and I'll get to guess again. When I guessed correctly, one of your monsters will be killed, and I can either choose to guess again or pass. We'll continue taking turns until either all 3 monsters or all the cows are dead.
Damn it. Bullshit. I'll lose this one. Alright.
Sensor.
Am I moving these wrong? I think I'm moving these wrong.
You'll be the farmer, and I'll be the monster. The second round is over when either all 3 monsters or all the cows are dead, making the farmer with the most survivors the winner. Let's play!
Well, now we actually get to play. Alright, I'm playing easy mode because I don't want to be here forever. So many possibilities. I forgot you can move them anywhere on the board. The adjacent thing doesn't really matter here. So. Damn, you got one. Ah, you got 2. Fuck me. All right. Come on. Damn. You got me. Stupid child. Move your cows. I don't know what I'm doing. Maximum me trying to figure out who it is. All right, one of these 3. Nice. Nope. Well, you just gave that away.
Nice round!
What do you know about the monster that's been terrorizing the castle?
I heard that it's a forest yeti.
What's that?
It's the saddest and most terrible of the monsters. It lives alone in a big cave usually, and it gets so hungry that he thinks he's going to die. But he doesn't want to eat because he has to eat people, and he doesn't like to kill people. So he tries to eat vegetables, but they make him sick. But one day, he can't wait anymore, and he runs into the town, and he grabs up a whole bunch of people and eats them all, and he goes back to his cave. And he's so sad about all of the people he's killed that you can hear him crying and howling for miles.
Lucas!
Sounds kind of like that.
Something happened.
What can you tell me about Anya?
She's the best. She's the most fun person in this castle by a mile.
Why is that?
She's taught me where all the fun places are in the castle. And she knows a lot of games, and she's good to talk to if you have a problem. I wish she wasn't always so busy.
What's she busy doing?
I don't know. Probably something with Carl.
Why do you say that?
They're always fighting.
Do you visit Anya in the shop much?
Oh yeah. Want to hear a secret? If you give Renata food, she falls asleep in like a second. It's really weird.
That has nothing to do with Anya, but okay.
What do you know about Renata?
She's not so great. My dad says she's lucky that they let her come here. She has a reputation.
What kind of reputation?
I don't know. She steals or something. No one here trusts her.
She steals or something. Oh, good.
From doing anything fun.
How so? Does she stop you from bugging Carl?
She's just in the way. I don't like her.
You must have a reason for not liking her.
You ask too many questions.
It's my job.
Are you back to play more Monster?
Not now.
Okay, sure.
What do you think of Marcus?
Who?
He's the man who owns the castle.
Oh, okay. I don't know him. I think I heard my dad talk about him a few times. I don't think he likes him all that much.
What do you think of all the tourists who come here?
They're so boring. Every group says the same thing, no matter when they come. They all make the same stupid jokes, and I always have to pretend to be amused.
Why are you here when they're here? You don't work at your child. You don't work at the castle. Your father does.
I tried with everyone else, but they're not good at noticing. Carl is, though. He notices everything and gets all crazy and red when you mess with him. Have you seen all of the cool stuff he has in his office? When I get to use it, I'm going to build a small version of the castle with all the secret passages.
Secret passages?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where are the secret passages? Where do they go?
I can't tell you. They're secrets. Plus,
It's secret.
there are a few places here that I'm the only one who knows where they go.
Have you seen the monster?
I don't know.
How can you not know?
I saw something. I don't know what it was.
Where?
Down in the passageways. It was awful.
What did you see?
Probably a monster.
I think you're the one behind the monster sightings.
My lawyer has advised me not to answer that question.
You're what?
Isn't that what everyone says on all of those TV shows? My lawyer. I need a lawyer. I ain't talking without my lawyer.
That's TV, not real life. You're not answering my question.
And I ain't gonna do it, see? Not till you get me a real Class A briefcase jockey. That sounded good, right?
Yep.
Aren't you worried about getting in trouble with Carl?
You guess who my favorite character is?
Carl can't catch me, that's just how it is. Carl couldn't catch a cold that was looking for him. He couldn't catch a ball if you glued it to his hand. He couldn't catch an acorn if he was the ground. I can continue if you'd like.
I get the picture.
Yeah, it's like he's not even trying these days.
Have you always lived here?
Yep, the whole time. My dad's the head of security here, so I know pretty much everything there is to know about everyone here. Most of it's boring, but not all of it.
What do you mean?
I can't tell you, I'd get in trouble. But it's bad. My dad says all castles have bloody histories because they're built by greedy men. He says...
Not necessarily, especially burgs. They were kind of built as a necessity. But okay.
What does he say about the history of this castle?
I can't tell you. Also, I don't really know.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not full ACAB when his dad is basically a cop. So.
I'll let you go. Bye.
Bye, Nancy.
Okay. We're done talking to him. My brain feels a little fried after that.
Nancy, what happened? You look very sad.
It's my boyfriend.
Well,
It's my boyfriend.
talk to me about it. Us girls have to stick together.
Thanks.
Let's not talk about it and talk about this little demon child in the other room.
He's been bothering you. Be honest now.
No, I'm just curious.
He's my nephew. His father's the head of security here, so Lucas has pretty much got the run of the place. Although, that goes to his head now and again. Don't let him pester you too much now.
She is kind of the best character, yeah.
Will
Because
do.
she's like
He's got too much...
maybe the most realistic one.
And he's a little too smart for his own good, but a good kid still.
I need some boyfriend advice.
You came to the right place.
I think I need to apologize, but at the same time, he needs to let me live my life. Of course, I want him to be a big part of it, but I don't know how to explain that.
Well, luckily, this one's easy. For me, at least, as the advice giver. Tell him exactly what you just told me.
That's it?
That's it. Talk it through. Relationships are like plants. They grow stronger if you talk to them. That one works better in German, I think.
No, I don't think it does.
I know it will work. Oh, when I was your age, I had the most wonderful boyfriend. The whole world was always just so perfect when we were together. There's nothing like love to bring order to a scattered world.
Did you and Marcus date?
Yes, but that was a long time ago.
Were you two serious?
We were. Or at least we thought we were. You know how it is. But that's all in the past now. We chat every now and again for
She's
work.
wearing... Wait.
So Marcus is okay with you working here?
He wasn't at first, but he asked around and found out I do a good job. We both decided to be mature about it.
What's with a glass display?
Ah, you noticed. Glass-blowing tradition is very strong in the areas around
Lift up your hands.
We do
Yeah, she is wearing a ring on her wedding finger.
Normally we have demos, but it's been so hectic here.
She's got one on her right hand, and then one on her left hand, and two on the left hand, but yeah.
I wish you could see it.
One of them is on her ring finger.
Everyday magic. Out of all this
Spill.
and fire comes
Spell.
something delicate and strange. It's sad how easy it is to forget just how odd and beautiful a simple piece of glass can be.
I guess so.
It's one of the old things. Renata is always saying the old things are the best. Do you think she's right?
Sure, I guess asterisk.
Sure, I guess.
She might be right. But you could also say that the monster is also one of the old things.
Can I see the glass shop?
Oh, sorry. It's locked until everything settles down. Only Carl and I have keys, but we're both too busy to supervise anyone down there at the moment. Sorry, Nancy.
Has Lucas always been such a prankster?
Ugh, unfortunately, yes. I swear he was trying to trick us before he said his first word. Even as a baby, he had this glint in his eye like he was up to something. It was less cute than you'd imagine, actually.
Why does he seem to target Carl?
I know. You are thinking I condone it. I don't. Lucas's father is always so busy running security. Honestly, I think that Lucas is a little lonely these days. He doesn't have a lot of friends at school, from what I can tell. He must like the attention. That being said, I think most of these so-called pranks are Carl's doing.
What do you mean?
The way he blunders through life, it's not surprising that he always thinks he's the victim of some practical joke. He's the victim of a joke, all right, but it's more cosmic than practical.
Zing. Okay, see, this is where we start to talk about, like, this man is failing upward because he's a man.
See you later.
I like this. I like this. More of this, please. I don't know where I am or how to get around this place. Nope. She does not hold back, you were right.
Call me back on the landline.
Or, okay, alright, y'all didn't even let me move.
Ned, I'm so glad you called. Ned, you know the truth is I'd love to have you here with me instead of all the way at home.
I feel the same way, and I know that. Just forget it sometimes.
Oh, Ned, you don't need to change. I like you just the way you are.
I gave what you said some thought, and I think I'm spending too much time waiting for exciting things to happen to me like they do for you. After we got in a fight, I did a lot of thinking.
Me too.
And I came to a decision. I may not be an internationally known sleuth, but I'm happy to have one in my life. And maybe it's time for me to be a little more daring.
I'm happy to hear that. I'd have you along on my adventures anytime.
That means a lot. Thanks, Nancy.
It's true.
Well, maybe one day we'll work together on it.
Right.
Wait, really? I'd better start working on it.
Oh my god.
Sorry, the connection is bad. I'll call you back from the landline.
Okay, now that we got that moment over with, let's go up to the landline to go talk to these people who... You know what, do I have to call them right now, actually?
Yes,
Do you think the stories are real?
I know. I think some part of the story is. I do not know. But you need to live as if it was true.
You said I know.
I'm an old woman who speaks many languages. When I'm tired, sometimes the words do not behave as they should.
I don't believe you.
You don't believe me? Then that is your own problem. Now leave me alone! Yes?
Why are you really here?
What do you mean?
Anya told me you have a habit of showing up whenever there's talk of the monster. Is that true?
Trust me, I don't keep track of gossip when I'm traveling. The weather, yes. The gossip, no.
From what I hear, it doesn't seem like a coincidence.
I'd watch what I said if I was you.
I don't know, you're kind of the most suspicious person here so far, aside from Lucas, who I just hate, so... Also, actually everyone but Anya is suspicious, which inevitably makes me suspicious of Anya, just saying.
You have a home?
If everyone is suspicious and one person isn't, like, why?
Where is it?
Here. Here's home. Wherever here may be.
It seems like it would be lonely, always traveling.
It is. You're always leaving home. But then again, you're always heading home.
Do you have a family?
I did, a long time ago.
What happened?
I've lived to be very old. Not everyone is as lucky as I am.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't be. We had beautiful days while they lasted.
What do you think of Anya?
You ask me? She should be in charge of this castle. She's smart, she's strong, she actually understands the history of the castle.
Why is that important?
When I'm here, I try not to
nobody
tell stories of
is
what
in
has
Carl's
happened in this
corner.
castle.
Why not?
Fate has a cruel habit of digging in its claws when tempted. But I will say this.
I like how she looks off into the distance,
I'd rather have Anya in charge than Carl.
which is just the wall.
Why do you have such a bad reputation?
That's not up to me to decide or care about.
Why's that?
I have more interesting things to think about than my reputation. And so do you.
Same girl, honestly. I got way more pressing things on my mind than what other people think of me. You know? That's a fucking mood.
Have you ever seen anything as strange as this monster on your travels?
No, but I've heard stories. Every place with a history and a dark corner has its own monster to worry about.
Why do you think that is?
Two possible answers. The world is either full of bored people or extraordinarily shy monsters.
One of those seems more likely than the other.
Are
Just saying.
storytellers still in demand?
No. Today people want flashy computer games and big budget movies. They want instant gratification. The old stories, they traveled from one storyteller to another for millennia. Now they are dying off.
No, they're just called oral histories now.
No, I know the stories. You do not. It is sad for you.
And I wouldn't call movies and video games instant gratification when it takes like 5 to 6 years to put out a fucking video game. Just saying.
How much longer do you plan on being a storyteller?
As long as I've got teeth, false or otherwise.
Good.
Why don't you tell stories about the castle when you're here?
This land, this castle, has known more than its fair share of misery. There is a saying from where I'm from. When death goes to take a ride, he follows the road that serves him best.
If that's what you believe, why are you here?
My affairs are mine alone. And anyway, a good storyteller knows to leave the big reveal for the end.
What if I don't want a story? What if I just want to know why you're here?
You're very persistent. I was right to like you. Still, my life's work is words. I know them well. When to speak. More importantly, when to stay silent.
Where are you going after this castle?
I don't know yet. Wherever I'm needed next.
Do you think you're needed here?
I must be if I'm here.
What do you mean by that?
You must learn to relax. Don't pull all of the mystery out of your life. It's no fun that way.
I'll let you go. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Oh.
I'd better find something else to wear. I really wish I had my suitcase.
I am wet. That's kinky. Jeez. Oh, look at that. From 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. is Das Monster. What's that? Open stage? 2 hours for an open stage? Alright. A zither quartet. Learning to waltz. Huh. Then you follow it with actual professional waltzers. Oops. I don't know what days these are. I'm assuming they're different days. Or maybe this is all one night. Oh, they're all one night. I see. Okay, no, this is the courtyard, South Stage Banquet, North Stage Meadows. I got it. Is that half an hour? Oh, yeah, no, things get really condensed later on at night. Jeez. You've got 30 minutes. We're going to go through like one step. That's it.
This might come in handy.
Alright, gonna put on the dirndl, no big deal. Not like anyone in this castle, which may also be kind of like a hotel, might have a dryer, but it's fine, don't worry about it. It's fine, don't worry about it. I think I got a hair stuck in my mouth.
Marcus here.
Do you believe that the monster could be real?
If it is, I know a guy who will pay through the nose for movie rights.
That didn't exactly answer my question.
Didn't it?
I'll let
That's
you...
literally all you wanted to talk to me about? Okay. Ugh.
Hi there.
I'm stuck in this weird dress.
Well, I'm sure it looks great.
That's sweet, but it's still a little weird.
The compliment or the dress?
The dress. I love the compliment.
Well, I meant it. I wonder what it means. Although it might be good for you to fit in while working on the mystery.
You're right.
Yeah, because wearing jeans really makes you stand out.
I could use your help with my case.
Sure. What's going on?
Okay, long story short.
Wait, let me guess. You're in Germany, so you're probably in a castle. And if you're in a castle, there's probably some sort of a problem.
Exactly.
If I had to guess, I'd say a monster and an eccentric German board game expert.
You were keeping tabs on me, weren't you?
Of course I was. I know you're capable of solving these cases on your own, but I still worry a little bit, especially when you're so far away. Frank kept me up to date on everything that's going on.
I'm not surprised. Apparently, Anya and Marcus used to date.
Anya and the castle's owner?
Yeah, she seemed really reluctant to talk about it.
It might be a sensitive subject for her.
I think it might be. She seems a little upset still, but I think it's in the past for both of them.
Well, if that's the case, I wouldn't worry about it.
So, what can I expect from the new and improved Ned?
Well, I'm not sure.
Golden Retriever boyfriend on crack. Yeah.
I need an edgier
That
presentation.
is exactly what this feels like right now.
Stay out past 10 p.m.? Return library books at the wrong branch?
Oh my god.
No, that might not be the solution. Don't forget, I like you just the way you are.
Then you'll like new Ned even more.
I promise you, the librarians at the wrong branch don't care if you return the books to the wrong branch. It really doesn't matter.
Spending my time with you and Frank and Joe. You guys always have such great stories to tell. It makes me feel like I live a pretty boring life in comparison. You guys are always like, remember when we were chased by that abominable snowman that really turned out to be an international art thief and also a spy? My best anecdote from this last year is the time I accidentally said something horrible in Italian to the waiter at the pasta place.
Yeah, what you said was pretty unforgivable.
I had no idea.
I'm just teasing. It was just a misunderstanding.
You just insulted his mother or something? Like, is that what happened?
School and football.
It's not the same. It'd be nice to stumble across a nice mystery now and again.
It doesn't exactly work that way.
Maybe, but maybe I've just not been looking hard enough. I'll let you know what I find.
Bye.
Bye.
that was, you know, fun.
Nancy, glad you're here. Big news! The International Board Card and Dice Commission has announced that they will be accepting new games for review. That means I can send Raid in.
That's great news.
Only
It sucks.
What?
I have very bad luck is a simple way of explaining it. Always have.
But this doesn't seem bad.
Not yet, but you'll see. Nothing good ever just happens, not in my life at least. I'm sorry you don't want to hear any more of my old man problems. I actually need your help.
With what?
Okay.
Since you're the best raid player I've met, will you help me create a new character? I know this probably won't work out, but I want it to be perfect.
Sure.
Sure.
Oh, excellent. Yes, I just knew you'd help. Maybe this
I want to point out, we are 2 hours into this game, and this is what my notepad looks like. It is blank.
Fair-skinned creature from the old tales. Should it be male or female?
Old man problems. I know. We don't need to hear about you needing meds for ED, okay? Bear-skinned creature from the old tales. Well, I don't know. Bears?
Male.
Thanks.
Have you seen a burr like this before?
Let me see.
Make him fabulous.
Yes, I've seen something like that out in the woods.
Into the woods to do to do.
She did she? Fine. You want to look in there? Go ahead, but stay away from the furnace.
Why's that?
It's a glass furnace. It's deadly. We've had accidents. It is not for fooling around. Be very careful. You could die down there.
Thanks.
Cool, thanks. At some point it would happen. I mean, we're on the edge of the Black Forest. Of course, there's going to be an Into the Woods moment, right?
What do you think of Marcus?
He does not know what he's doing. He thinks we should all listen to him because he has a briefcase. Any fool can get one of those things, and anyway, they are silly. What is this, 1986? Not anymore, it isn't.
Surprisingly, decent take. All right, I'll take it.
Renata?
Did you know that Anya wants her to go? I don't understand why. She's such a great storyteller. This isn't the first time she's come.
That's not what Anya said, though.
It was before my time. She knows a lot about this.
Someone's lying.
Told me she likes Renata.
I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Maybe she's trying to impress you by pretending to be far friendlier than she actually is.
No, she absolutely tore you into, like, pieces. Tore you into pieces.
This thing, what is
She's not pretending to be nice.
it? Call it the monster.
Honestly, there is not much we know about it.
What do you mean?
Most of us have only seen the destruction it leaves behind.
But it still seems like you would know enough about it to at least give it a name. After all this time?
I heard it had a name long, long ago. The villagers, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, they knew the monster. They would leave food for him deep in the woods. They were all terrified of him, of course, but so were the wolves. If they kept the monster fed, he would not bother them, and they could raise their livestock in peace. But one night, the monster broke into the castle and kidnapped the Freiherr's only daughter. He was broken-hearted and decreed that the monster be killed on sight. He demanded that the townfolk no longer leave in the woods. It was forbidden to speak the monster's name in town.
Was his daughter ever found?
No one knows. No one even knows how true the story is. It was a long time ago. But there are many stories like it that happened in these walls.
I'll let you go. Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, I feel tired. Okay. Alright, yeah, so these are the things. And Fenarius Wolf. Monsters, the Big Bad Wolf. Based on Grimm's character Little Red Cap. Donkey King.
That's weird. This character has something special drawn here.
Well, key. Don't know what that's about. Can actually... There we go. What else we got? Rumpelstiltskin, Little Red Cap, pirate? I don't know how we got there. Little Red Riding Hood is a pirate now?
Oh, that's bad.
Nicely done.
I want you to put everything exactly the way it was.
Sorry, I will. It looks like I'll need to get the trays to their original levels.
Okay. Hold on. There's gotta be some way to do this. Oh, it did save my progress. Okay. She steals food, I guess. I mean, yeah, I suppose. So the Donkey King is a hero. Reza Sparrow is a hero. Horn Cannoneer is a hero. Bonaparte. Then the Bonaparte is a hero. So we got 4 heroes. Except we only... The corn guy is not here, so... Those are the heroes. I don't understand why these are red. This is a magic thing. Who are the monsters? We got the wolf is a monster. Rumpelstiltskin. Oh. Little Red Riding Hood. And the robber. Okay. So you're a monster. You are also a monster. And this is a monster. Magic and magic. Okay. So you can see the little lines here. Close, but not quite. Still close, but not quite. Trying to figure out what the... There's definitely a correlation between the color here and these. I don't know what that correlation is. Maybe it's the one of these that has the highest number of that class or whatever. So these are both... Oh, no, but those are both... Hold on. That would be correct. Or could be this, I suppose. What to say? Oh. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. So close. So fucking close. I'll even them out. It's not what we need to do here, but I'm making it worse. Hold on. This is a good time to go ahead and do UHS hints here. Knock the cards down. Okay. Each tray has one monster, one hero, one magic. We already took care of that. They're already all in the right places. Annoying, you bet. Read on for the way. Oh, it's literally just gonna give me the... Huh. Yeah, it's just giving me the fucking... solution. Not actually giving me the... Why are they colored then? Maybe as I do this, I can figure out why they are that way. Because this blue is 7, 6, 8. And I don't know why those matter in this case. Huh. Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Wait, what's
Yeah,
that?
I don't know what that means. Carl, no, you have no andere Wahl. I'm trying to read. You must Entweisungen vorgelesen sonst.
I have to translate that.
Yeah, no, my several years of German is not good enough for some of these
I
words.
wonder what these orders he's talking about are.
Okay. Well, he's right here, so confrontation. No, we are not playing this game. No, we are not playing this game.
Hello?
I'll let you go. Bye.
Goodbye!
Okay.
What are you wearing, Nancy? Change out of that this instant!
What's the matter? It's just a costume for the celebration. It was left in my room.
Who left that in your room?
I don't know. It was just there with a note to put it on. I still don't see what the big deal is.
Change out of it now! No, change first. We will talk later.
Yeah. My clothes are wet. Do you have a dryer?
What happened?
Oh, rip.
Who would
Literally.
do something like this?
She wasn't wearing jeans though. Plaid. Interesting choice.
I'd better hang on to this.
TK.
Why are you still wearing that?
My clothes, they're gone. Someone tore them to shreds.
This is bad. Who did it?
I don't know. I don't even know why.
I can't remember.
anyone would
Oh,
do it.
jeez.
Someone thinks it's important that you look the part, it seems.
I have to turn the volume on those alert things down. Holy shit. Oh my god, that just scared the living shit out of me. Okay. I think that was happening before I stopped before surgery too. Like, oh my god. I gotta find a way to make those less shocking to me when they happen.
No.
Oh my god.
I ask you.
Whew.
You seem like we should get along. He's an officious bureaucrat. He's desperate to control everything. You can't trust someone like
It's
that.
not your fault. Don't worry about it. Like I said, it's just too loud for me, I think. I gotta find a way to lower it, at least for me. I don't know if it's too loud for all of you.
Hi again.
I'd like to help you with your character again.
All right, now what do you think? Brown fur or black fur?
Brown.
Brown.
Thanks.
Mm.
Bye, Nancy.
Make him a sexy bear. Next, we'll go back and he'll ask top or bottom, and then dom or sub. You know, we just keep going.
There must be a specific order to play these in.
Musical instrument stuff. Ah, it's a vibraphone. Why is it a vibraphone? It looks like a glockenspiel, but it plays like a vibraphone. That's concerning.
What are you wearing? You look like you're in a cartoon.
Your outfit is pretty weird, too.
It is? I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, no, it's cool.
Sure, whatever.
I hear you have a reputation as a prankster.
If you want to call it that, I guess that you could. But really, they're not just pranks. They're something better.
Like what exactly?
Being an asshole in training.
Stupid. I've got better things planned than just stupid pranks.
What do you have planned?
You'll see. Something good. The people
I
around
know.
here will be talking about it for years.
But you know what? This child doesn't deserve any mercy as far as I'm concerned.
Do you like living here at the castle?
Yeah.
It seems like a weird place to grow up.
I don't know. It's not boring like some places. Did you know that hundreds of years ago they used to have a gallows here and you could see it right from my window? When I visit my uncle's place, he just has a grocery store outside of his window.
I don't know. I mean, the grocery store outside the window means that it's easy to walk to. That's nice, you know?
Do your school friends like to visit the castle?
You know you're an adult when...
Really? It seems like a place where all the kids would want to hang out.
Yeah, well, they just don't, okay? I don't exactly have a lot of friends.
I wonder why that is. Have you ever wondered why that is? Why is that?
Why is that?
No one wants to hang out with creepy Lucas.
Is that
I don't think it has anything to do with you being creepy.
No, but they think it. It is a castle and all of the bad things that have happened here.
I bet they're
Is
just
it?
jealous that you get to live in a castle.
No.
No. They're really afraid of this place. And since I'm not, they say I must be creepy too.
No, I think it has more to do with the fact that you are an annoying little shit. Just saying.
Why would you leave a bucket of water over my door?
I'm only allowed to watch 2 hours of television a week. I've got a lot of time on my hands.
That's not a great...
See ya!
Okay, thank you for confessing, I guess. I don't know.
Hello again, Nancy.
It sounds like these monster stories are all pretty old.
Maybe that's why we're all so afraid of this thing, whatever it is. It's from that old world, just like this castle is. I don't think we have what it takes to make it in that world anymore.
No, we have missiles and guns now.
I don't know if that's true.
I wouldn't be so sure. Remember the last
Like,
time you were somewhere?
It's almost a meme on, like, conservative...
That split second before you reach for the flashlight, where it feels like the bottom is dropping out of the room and you just want normal back.
No, I usually...
Second. There is this part of you is so scared that it will never be back.
No, that's not...
what it's like when I hear the monster.
Okay, so two things go through my head when the power goes out. First is, how the fuck am I going to charge my phone? And second is, damn it, the internet went out too. That's what goes through my head when the power goes out. And like, if the power goes out and I still have my cell connection, then we're fine. I just need to be careful to not like, you know, burn through my thing. And usually, like, if it's a storm that's coming, because it's usually a storm, if there's a storm that's coming that like is going to knock out power, then I charge it. Like, I have a portable battery, I charge that up, and like, we're good to go. And trust me, the phone will be like the light source that I need. If it is dark, okay, and I need the light, then the phone is fine, because I'm not going to need it for very long. I'm probably trying to sleep in the middle of this, and therefore it will be dark anyway. Not a worry. This sounds like a weird European thing. Take it a step further though. Like, go back, like, you know, I don't think we have what it takes to survive in that old world anymore. And I'm like, it's almost a conservative meme at this point. Like, I hate to bring it up, but like, try that in the South. That's all I have to say. Listen, seriously, imagine that the monster in the castle was in like Mississippi, okay, rural Mississippi, rural Louisiana or something, and it wasn't like a castle, it was a plantation house or something like that. I don't know, like Plantation House Museum. Okay, how much do you want to bet that whatever monster it is will end up shot? Like, there are so many guns. We're not prepared for that world anymore. Honey, modern armaments, we can nuke people from space. I don't know what else to tell you here. You know, that's not what scares me anymore. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I like that you clipped that too, Ragnarok. Thank you very much. BOSTrophyWife is prepared. I'm not a prepper, I swear to God. I don't know. I've lived through enough blackouts that it just doesn't faze me that much. I don't know. I always found whenever there's a blackout and people scream, that always weirds me out. Like, I never understood that impulse that people have. Maybe I'm just not. It's funny too, because I am a scaredy cat, absolutely a scaredy cat, but like, and if the whole room suddenly goes black, like, oh, you clipped the missiles, we have guns. I thought you were doing the whole like cell phone flashlight monologue. Never mind. But still, like, I do find it weird that everybody, like, so many people scream when the lights go out suddenly, and I'm like, it's usually shocking a little bit if you're like awake when it happens and you're not expecting it, but like, I don't know. I've never seen it that shocking.
Did you leave this costume out for
I'm
me?
weird, I guess.
No. Someone must have left it out for you for the festival. It looks great on you. Huh.
What?
Oh, that dress. It just looks really familiar. I wonder where I've seen it before.
That felt a little forced.
See you later.
Okay. Okay, it is now 10 p.m., which I know is not usually the time that we wrap up. It's usually around 11, but I am going to go ahead and wrap up at this point. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Oh, okay. There it is. Yeah, no, I definitely understand that part, because like having a pet that relies on electricity, that's very difficult to deal with, like deal with that. Okay, there we go. Like, you know, any people who have reptiles as pets that like rely on the heat lamp, for instance, like that's scary. And I will say, like, it can be kind of concerning when there's a power outage and it's winter. Like, that can be concerning. I've definitely had moments when, like, I remember the ice storm of 2008, I think. I always forget what year it was. New England ice storm. It was when I was in high school. 2008, I was right. Yeah, so the 2008 ice storm, like, our power was out for like 3 days a week, something like that. And it was hard. It was a little hard. It was tough. The only reason that we were like totally fine through it and we didn't have to go to like a shelter or whatever was because we had 2 gas generators that we were able to plug our heaters in into the heaters in the fridge. And like during the day, we could unplug one of the heaters and plug in the TV so we could have something to do. We were also very much stuck in our house because there were down power lines on both ends of our street. Like we literally couldn't get out of our neighborhood. It was great. So even if we could leave, which, you know, the thick layer of ice on everything meant that we couldn't, we also like couldn't go beyond the little part of our neighborhood we had access to. So yeah, like stuff like that is concerning. Prolonged blackouts are concerning, but I think in this day and age, for the most part, those aren't things you usually need to prep for. Or if you do, you know ahead of time that like we are looking at a potentially massive major storm. If there will be, you know, there will be difficulties. People will have trouble getting to you if there are emergencies, stuff like that. And it also helps that now I live in a major city, which means that for the most part, if there are blackouts, which there usually aren't in the first place, they usually get resolved very quickly because there's just so many people here that there's generally a bit of a priority. You know, where I lived in New Hampshire wasn't exactly rural. Apparently it wasn't suburban, ex-urban, I think is the word that I've heard, because it definitely was like developed neighborhood. It wasn't like, you know, in the middle of nowhere, but we did have farms. I don't know. Ragnarok, I know you know. You're from there too, from around there at least. Not rural, but definitely not like in the middle of things. So when the power went out, it was kind of a question on as to when is that going to come back on? You know, we don't know. Here, it's a lot easier to tell. It's a minor inconvenience most of the time for me if the power does go out, because it generally means that I can't play games or I only have my Switch. Oh God, what will ever I do if my Switch dies and I suddenly can't play video games anymore? Oh, go take a nap or something. So anyway, that's our stream for the night. Thank you so much for being with me on my first official stream back. I know I streamed a little bit earlier this week on Tuesday, just to kind of test the waters, but this was the first one officially back. Very happy to be here. Very happy to be back. This was a lot of fun. I'm not entirely sure what my schedule will be going forward. I'm going to be honest with that. I will commit to at least 1 day a week. I will commit to at least Thursday next week. So plan for Thursday at least. I'm on the fence about Tuesday. I don't want to like throw myself back into my full schedule right away. So I'm going to play Tuesday a little bit by ear, I think. Because, you know, tonight I was late because I still had to get stuff done. You know, yeah, I did kind of lay down for like 30 minutes, but the next thing I had to do was dilate, and that took longer than expected. And, you know, it's then I needed to make dinner, and one of the reasons why dinner was fine was because my boyfriend helped me. So and it was relatively easy. Like all we were doing was heating stuff up for the most part. So yeah, I don't want to jump right into all of this right away. So I will commit to Thursday, same time, 7 p.m. I think for sure, and then we will figure out on Tuesday if that's fine, or maybe Monday. I'll try and give you a little bit of a heads up as much as I can if I'll be streaming on Tuesday night, but I won't commit to it right now just because I want to make sure that I don't like set any high expectations I need to meet for myself. You know, I'm trying to be gentle as I ease myself into routine again. That's the big thing. It's not even necessarily that I can't do things like I used to. It's that I need to set routines and like actually stick to them. That's kind of the struggle that I'm running into right now, because I've spent so long with a different routine and I'm changing that all around, you know, trying to get back to my life, trying to get back to everything I was doing before. And it's hard. I'm not going to lie, you know, like trying to make sure that I wake up on time, making sure that, because my current work schedule is now what it used to be. is now Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30. And that is new as of last week. Like, that is new as of last week. And, you know, I was still getting used to that. And then daylight savings happened and threw that into the trash this week, you know, so my sleep schedule's fucked. Which is the other reason why I'm ending at 10, so that I can get to sleep really early, because I am very tired right now. So I can crawl into bed and just curl up and go to sleep. So anyway, enough of the long explanation. Basically, I will definitely stream on Thursday, 7 p.m., same time here. We'll finish up Captive Curse. If I stream before then on Tuesday, I will let you know as soon as I know that I can commit to it or not. So, which hopefully will be on Monday, and I will try and make the decision on Monday. So keep an eye on the Discord if you are so inclined and would like to see that. The link is right here, but you can also follow the link that's in the chat right there. Yeah, and that's kind of it for our stream tonight. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for having me back again. And I'll see you all soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.